I hope by now you have seen that little video about the anglerfish. And if you haven't, it's very simple. A small, teeny tiny abyssal anglerfish was filmed near the surface of the ocean after it swam up from the depths, and it shortly thereafter passed away. And the video itself is interesting, I think, in its own right, but what's really remarkable has been the reaction to this video. It's inspired so many different pieces of art and drawings and comic book style narrativizing, and I think there's a lot of touching humanity in this moment, this reaction to this fish. And thinking about it, it is a rather poetic instance. You know, you've got this small fish that for some reason swam from the very depths of the ocean to the highest zenith and managed to see the sunlight, probably for the first time, certainly for the last time, and then shortly passing away after this journey. It is sort of inspiring. And the reason that I really love this, and the reason that this story inspires me, is it shows me that there is still whimsy and beauty worth searching for and discovering, that other people are still looking for these moments. This ability to find something beautiful in any moment, or to invent something beautiful in any moment, is going to be extremely important to our collective emotional survival for the next little while here. We live in very uncertain times. The environment is in a state of rapid deconstruction. Our financial world is incredibly unstable. Our political institutions are being hastily dismantled. It's a scary place. It's a scary place out there. Old diseases are coming back. Fires. There's just so much to be anxious about and so much to feel powerless about. But this moment, this fish, the story about this fish is, on one hand, a celebration of just life and a journey. It gives us agency. All of these great goings on in the world, we do have some power. We often discredit the power that we have. But there is a lot outside of our personal control. And these moments, these things that we struggle to influence on an individual level, they tend to give us a lot of anxiety collectively. Understandably so. But this skill, this ability to see something otherwise errant or meaningless and create beauty from it and inspire thousands of people, I think it's probably millions of people by now. That's power. That is agency. That is taking something completely out of your control and shaping your perspective in one that connects you to this reality that we're living in. Cynicism breeds apathy. That is the death of political movements. That is the death of hope. That is the death of change. Apathy. This fish, this story about this fish, is the antithesis to that. It is the antidote for apathy. And I just think that's very charming. And I was a little worried that it was a forgotten art. So, why even make this video? What is the point of this video? All I want to say is that I love this little fish, and I love all the content made about this fish. I hope for you watching this, you can take this moment as a reminder that you also have this power. I genuinely believe this. Any random day of your life, there is probably something equally as profound as the story of this fish. You might have to get very creative to find it, but that's only going to benefit you, first of all. But two, you might pleasantly surprise yourself And in times like these, being pleasantly surprised is not something you should be passing up too lightly. And so I challenge you to find those small moments that are very beautiful, very meaningful. Those visuals that you saw, or that sound that you heard, that awakened something in you. It doesn't always have to be a bittersweet story like this. It can be anything. I challenge you to find just one moment like that this week, maybe. I'll be super generous. I think you could do it at least every day. But for this, we'll say a week. If you find something, I would love to hear about it. I'd love to know what it is. And the reason I want you to do this is because this is a skill. And if you don't have this skill, if you are not someone that is taken up with whimsy very often, then you're vulnerable emotionally to the things that are happening around us that are outside of our control. And I think this is a moment in our lives, in history, that's going to require a lot of grit and endurance. And not only is learning this skill going to help you emotionally survive if you're able to catch these moments of beauty wherever you find them and take from them inspiration to create, to connect, to express, to bond with people. But it's also pleasant. Not all tears shed out of sadness are regrettable. To be sad, in many ways, is a sign that for at least a time, something in your life was meaningful and was important to you. That's worth something. Apathy is to be avoided at all costs, I think. And if you find yourself in a state of apathy, know that it's okay. That is probably a normal reaction to the things that you are going through. But you cannot stay there forever. And I want you to find your reason, your moment to push through that. And if you are feeling just apathy in a more broad, general sense, I think the same thing applies. I think that is an understandable, protective reaction to the things that are going on. But we cannot stay in apathy forever, because that's where the meaning of life goes away, I think, and vanishes. And we can't have that. You have to stick around. I want you to stick around. I want you to be engaged. I want you to see and be a part of this life. Because this world, despite all of its frightful developments, we'll say, is still beautiful and is still worth fighting for. And for you, on an individual level, if you're feeling overworked at your job, if you're feeling like everything is futile politically or socially, if you're feeling bleak about your prospects for financial success or creative success, whatever it may be, know that there's still beauty in your life, and it's worth recognizing, and recognizing it will make your life better and will make it that just a little bit easier to hold on and pursue those things that make your life meaningful. There is still beauty in this world, and it's worth fighting for. There is still beauty in your life, despite all of the hardship that's been laid before you. So, I guess that's my little 10-minute sermon, or however long it is. I just wanted to come on and make a quick video about it. If you find something charming or whimsical or inspiring, I would love to know about it. So, that's it. I'll see you guys later.